It's our third day in Jeju Island. Today we took a 1-hour ride from Soegwipo city up to the west side just to go and eat something. But this is common in Jeju, so that's one of the reasons you should have a car, because many of the good restaurants, cafes, they're all spread out. So of course you can stay in these bigger cities, but it's more fun to drive out. And also a lot of the sites like the car museums or sex education museum, they're all outskirts of the city. And the same thing is with this restaurant that's called Goro, and this is where we're gonna go now. We have to wait a little bit because you have to wait in the line. I don't know what to expect, but itself it's so crazy. We are basically in the middle of nowhere, but it has a super hip cafe next to the restaurant. The restaurant itself looks so fancy, and then let's just have a look.
Their signature menu is a specific prawn cream udon, and their signature tteokbap, their Goro tteokbap. So it seems like a lot of people are ordering these two menus, and then we also want to try those two menus. So I just booked it, and yeah, we have to wait and see if this hype, this amazing, this everyone is saying it was delicious. So I want to see this is true or not.
So you can get your side dishes at the counter yourself. We had to wait 35 minutes. It's really small inside, only 7 seats, and the food is already coming. The reason it was so fast, because when you come and wanna book a seat, so you have to come here and actually book a seat. You have to already know what you want to order. So you have to tell them your selection. Then when you wait, you come here, you sit down, and then they bring you food right away. And yeah, it looks so beautiful, the colors and everything. And so it's time to eat. We'll just explain to eat this rice don. It's better not to mix it too much. You just should have a little bit rice together with the toppings, add a little bit of this wasabi and a little bit of ginger and some sheets of kim on the top, and that's it. Don't mix it too much and just enjoy the pure flavor. It's time to try. It just looks so colorful and beautiful. Okay, a little bit of wasabi, salmon, egg. It looks so nice. Also, the rice itself looks like it's mixed with some kind of a sauce. Every single ingredient comes out. You have this salmon, it's been marinated in soy sauce, and a little bit of the wasabi just gives a nice kick, but also it has onions on top of the rice that's also been marinated, and there's also tuna inside, and avocados. You have this marinated fish that's so soft. You have the freshness from the eggs and the vegetables. It's crazy good. Flavor is just so strong and so pure. This beautiful dish is a Jeju speciality. This is udon noodles with creamy sauce, and it comes with lobster that looks like a prawn. So it's really hard to distinguish, but you know it's a lobster because of the tentacles. This dish is also topped with Parmesan cheese, so it smells like a mix of Italian, but as you can see, wow, look at this, how creamy it is. It smells like a mix of onions and mix of garlic. Wow, so good. Let's try it. I didn't expect this. It has a slight spicy kick to it, but it's like a Korean version of Italian food mixes with Japanese food. There's so much going on. You have the spiciness, the garlic, the onion flavors mixed together with the great creaminess, and also the balance of the noodle is so great. Wow. Do you think it's worth waiting half an hour?
Yeah, I think it's worth waiting 30 minutes, but that's it. If
No more.
the waiting is 1 hour, no.
Next to a seaside on a hot day to have something that fresh. So delicious, so good. Plus, this is our first meal of the day, so obviously it tastes even better. But then we need this energy because next up, where we're gonna go to one of the Olle trails and have a walk around the seaside. See you there. We now made it to Songkok Mountain, to Olle Road, but information for you. In Jeju, there are a lot of tourists and this is one of the tourist area. So finding a parking spot here is a nightmare. There is a designated parking spot, but it's just so full. And then you have to probably drive around to find something. So for us, it also took, luckily not too long, 5 minutes of driving around. But just to keep in mind, if you come here early, it's easy. When you come here afternoon, like we right now, it's 2 p.m. Yeah, this place is full of cars. There's so many of them here. So keep this in mind. We are now in the beginning stage of the trail. Kayong has her Dunkin' Donut. I just had my ice cream, so we are ready and energized. One of the trench you can see behind me is the place where at the end of the war, when the Japanese were losing the war, they committed suicide. There were more than 60 of these kind of trenches built around this area, and there are also some other trenches around here that kept the anti-aircraft guns. This area also is part of the dark tourism. So if you Google dark tourism Korea, you can also probably find more about the history of what happened here. And it's also crazy to think that we walking in such a beautiful place, people are enjoying themselves, but at one point in time there were so many suicides committed just under our feet or our surroundings. So yeah, history is crazy. There is a saying in Korean, human beings should go to Seoul, while horses should go to Jeju. And if you have kids, you can also have them take a horse ride. There's a small circle around here and probably fun for kids. And if you ask really nice, yes, you can also maybe have a ride because the horses seem to be big enough. You don't have to worry about your peeing situation on the trail because there is a bathroom. But what is even better, in the bathroom you can enjoy free Wi-Fi. Only in Korea. Two really important things for human life. To let something out and also let some information in. There is also a way to see the surrounding from the sea. So from the beginning of the trail, you can probably take a cruise ship. You can see the surrounding mini islands and also the trail from the seaside. We are not even 1% through this path, but every single corner we find something beautiful. You have either one side of the mountain, it looks like one way, then you come to the other side, it looks like volcanic pile up that made this mountain, and then you have this beautiful blue sea that's down here, and then kids crying because their mom makes them ride with a horse. But other than that, wow, this place is amazing. when you take a horse ride in another area, the guy also sings to, I don't know, maybe calm the horse, but the song is somehow so hypnotizing. It's together with the wind here, with the view and the way he sings, you get enticed by his singing. Hello, hello. So you might think, why am I wearing this? Well, there's an easy explanation. The sun is hot. The sea makes it feel like it's not too hot, but I can feel like my hair is getting thick, so I have to protect. So when you also come here, please wear a hat. Don't be a fool. Protect yourself, put some sunscreen, because the sun here is really strong. There are no clouds. I mean, today there are a few clouds, but usually the sun is so strong. Together with the reflection from the sea, it just hits you hard. So sunscreen and a hat, it's a must.
Wind of Jeju. It's slapping like this. Wow.
The remote doesn't seem to be working. It's only one channel. Close to the finish, the surrounding is changing. So now we are in the pine forest and the air so good and fresh. While on the other side it was a fresh sea smell, and also it was quite windy and refreshing. But now under the trees it's really cooling, calm. You have the birds, and yeah, this trail is all different. And my hat is also, I mean, my sweatshirt is also really beautiful around my head. The path we just finished was altogether 2.5 kilometers. It was a bit difficult because it had a lot of ups and downs, but despite that, every single corner was so beautiful. Every side was something new to discover. We now just finished our walk and then moved on around 4 kilometers to this monstrosity. The mountain behind me is Songkok Mountain, so we're gonna see what's around here. There's also a really great view over the sea, and there's a Buddha also behind me. So come on, I'm gonna show you around. So to give you some perspective where we were before, so I don't know if you can see there across the sea is where we just came from, and now we're gonna walk another path that's way shorter, an interesting path, and only 4 kilometers away from the previous location.
Back in the days, the very first foreigner who came to Korea, he was Dutch. His name was Hamel, and he and his team, their ship was wrecked and they accidentally landed in Jeju. As the team landed in Jeju, seems like they made this ship and then using as an exhibition area for Hamel.
The exhibition for the Hamel ship, you can come inside, it's all free. But the nature view that goes further from the ship, you have to pay 2,001. Exhibition free, nature monetized.
Shh, don't ask.
Let me tell you something. The most badass, the coolest, the best ship ever built in the world is by Koreans. It's the turtle ship. The ship is from the 16th century. It was a tank on waters back then. It was invincible. No army could defeat the ship. There was no way to get on the ship because you can see the top is all covered with spikes, and then it had all the cannons around. So when crews were attacking the ship, they just obliterated this other opponents, and this ship won so many battles. And there is also one famous battle known from this ship that it defeated huge Japanese army, but this you have to read yourself. I love this ship. Stayed 13 years after his shipwreck in Korea, and his documentation once he went back to Netherlands was the first about Korea. So that's why he's so significant in Korean history, and he has this giant ship museum built for him. The start of the path is quite nice. Now it's also evening, there are less people, so off we go. Look at this small setup the ladies have had. They're selling seafood, freshly caught seafood. You can just sit here, eat, so offer them some money. It's a really good business. If you're not into cockroaches, then this place is not for you. You have so many sea cockroaches running around, crawling around. This place is also great for photos, so here is one of the examples. We made it. It was worth every cent, every 2001, whatever. That was so cool. The last way up was a bit of a training. Yeah. Really huge stairs, but again, cool. You come up from the darkness and then the sun just hits you.
Glorious. Glorious.
Okay, next place. One section of the day done. Next section, the last section, to have dinner. We are exhausted, we need some energy, and for this, wait a little bit. And we're gonna have Korean barbecue, but not any barbecue. We're gonna have a Jeju speciality. It's gonna be black pork barbecue. And also I'm gonna eat this little friend here. By the way, this is just a side dish. This is not the main dish.
Don't play with food. Don't play with food, Yana.
What I really like in Jeju, when they bring you some banchan, side dishes, they usually mix it with local citrus fruits. So for example, here we have this cabbage that's mixed with some kind of mandarin or orange juice or jam. Let's try it. Really refreshing, but I think it's... cannot say is it orange or mandarin. It might be also some other citrus fruit they have, but it's something. You have to protect your precious white t-shirt. But you can always ask an apron when you have precious clothes at the barbecue places, because the fat from the meat is usually splashing, and when you also eat the chicken that we have, there also could be splashing too much, so you can see everything on my white t-shirt, so I have to protect it. This is what I've been looking forward. Hot cold grilled meat.
Please, kimchi, please.
Professional tip: when you have kimchi and a grill the kimchi. It tastes even better. Look at her face. She really begs you. Actually, she demands. Grill the kimchi. This is Korean miso stew, doenjang jjigae. But this is special because it comes with small shrimps inside. So it's a little bit more localized version. First try of Jeju black pork. Let me take a small bite first. definitely different. I don't think it's marinated. I can feel the pork flavor is slightly different from the normal one. Really interesting. Really good. Of course, one of the ways to eat Korean barbecues, and one of the best ways, is to make some. For this, we need pork and one of the many banchan's we have on the table. We're gonna have some green herbs, some sauce, garlic. I mean, I love garlic, and garlic together with grilled meat and inside of the sam, it's a must. Let's wrap it. Unfortunately, there's no beautiful way to eat this, so you just have to stuff your mouth. Oh. The pork itself is so greasy, and the salad leaf and all the other fresh banchan's inside, they neutralize the fatness, so the flavor is just... This time also the fried kimchi. And in it goes. This battle is over. I won. Day 3 at Jeju was a success. But right now, we need to take some time off. Our legs are tired, so I will enjoy some local karahangs. I'm gonna have a few of them, and then we're gonna fall asleep. Everybody, don't forget to like, subscribe, and everything in between. We're gonna see you again in the next video. Ciao!